broskies. It's your King Ginger. It's Sunday morning. It is 10 a.m. And here we are. We are on prep school. Don't have a guest today. In addition, normally I would be joined by the Beard, but he has some other items to handle this morning. So I am flying solo, very solo, as there's no one in the chat either. And no one watching this stream, which is, hey, is what it is. Um, Also, stalwart ally of the show and friend to toy buyers everywhere, Shaggy. I just saw a video of him with Diamond Dave Wheeler. So he also will not be joining us as they are doing some time at a toy show in Chicago, Illinois. So it's just me, baby. It's just me. I'm not sure what I want to get accomplished today. I thought about probably doing some NPC building. Um, my Down and Outlands game, which is tomorrow night on this very channel, 7 p.m. Central. I'm at a little bit of a weird spot. We're in the midst of a kind of climactic situation. If you don't watch the show, then it's hard for me to really explain it. But let's just say it's kind of we're speeding headlong towards the end of chapter 1, more or less, to the long-term story that we're weaving together. So it's kind of in the midst of this ongoing combat situation. So I don't have like a ton I can add to that. Because right now it's just a matter of dealing with potential fallout. Although I will say, I mean, hopefully the one person watching it isn't in that game. I have contemplated very seriously having a situation arise where the players have to decide whether or not they're going to have to give up levels in order to save other people. I can't tell if that would be a cheap way to bring them back down from where they're at level wise to get to the situation of what the next chapter is, or if even saddling them with potential losses in abilities and the like, or levels. I'm not really sure, and I feel like it's probably not the best way to go. Just something I've been thinking about, and I would like to find a way to bring them down to a to that lower level tier to do some things. I think the problem was I started off far too ambitious, so which is good and bad. I think they enjoyed it, have enjoyed it, will continue to enjoy it. I just look at it as like, man, I feel like I missed a whole lot of opportunities to slow the story down and tell smaller stuff before getting to the big cosmic-y, jumpy stuff. But that's like where we started, and it's where we've been, which isn't bad. It just is what it is. So yeah, I've been thinking about that. I've also thought, in all honesty, about just killing them. About the situation's pretty dire currently, and just seeing what happens if they were to die for a while. I mean, Lord knows they've all been dead at least once. So, um, what if I made that permanent? Um, so I'm kind of in the midst of trying to sort out in my head, if these are things that are just far too, I don't know, if they work or not. So if folk, 'cause it is just folk, has any idea, throw it up in the chat. I'm always willing to listen. I'm always looking for feedback, and I'm always looking for folks who will help me refine where my brain is at. I'm in the hopes of getting the best ideas possible, and then implementing them. Since we're just kind of fiddling through a little bit today, let's jump over and grab our Scum and Villainy worksheet here. If I can find it. Where did I can't remember where I would have put this. Did I put it in here? No. Of course I can't find it because I can never find anything anymore. Let's see. Is this it? Yeah, there we go. Let's dump it in our lovely, lovely Dropbox. And then fiddle with it from there. So we've had one session of this. We are planning for our second. I'm not sure when these will get released and how they'll get released, just because there's some actual audio visual components that are being put together by one of the people in the group. Um, so yeah, let's look at the campaign planner for this. We've got the fronts and everything. So I was able to get through the first session pretty effectively. I wonder if I have the session notes too. Um, whoever is watching, I really appreciate it, because man, I'm really disorganized today. Um, there we go. It was a long day yesterday, and sometimes those types of days make my brain a mess. Okay. All right. Let's open this up. All right. So we were able to get through most of this, um, and it worked pretty effectively. I'm thinking though we might want to start to put together our session 2 notes. So let's move that over there. Let's grab our lame ass WordPad. I don't know why I use WordPad. There's no rhyme or reason for it. Just a weirdo that way. All right. So let's figure out how we can start putting together our next session here. So the end of the last session, they were headed to Ord Mantell after getting their job. So I'm thinking their strong start should be some type of conflict on um, one of the docking bays on the Sparkling Secret. Kind of let them know that things are also dangerous here. I'm trying to think how that should go down. So I think we had this as a what scene might occur in our last one. We didn't do it. I think we have it happen at the beginning of this session. So as the PCs land at the docking station of the Sparkling Secret, they are confronted by an old ally from their guild who is looking to bring them in warm or cold. Um, so we know that's going to happen. We've already done the Guavian shootout. We've already done the messenger. So we can get rid of that. That hasn't happened yet. That hasn't happened yet. There we go. Um, so here are some things, and I don't always adhere very well to the standard of this, of making it a little bit, I don't know. I'm just not always the best at this style of planning. I'm getting better at it. Um, secrets and clues. I think we can leave those where they're at. Let's see what we've got on our other end of things here. Our campaign planner. Hmm. There, make it big so everyone can possibly see this, or every one person. Um, I don't need the session one notes. Let's do these notes. Bum, bum, bum. So those are importance. All right, that doesn't really tell us much. It's not bad, but it just doesn't tell us much what we want to get accomplished. Okay, so our scenes, we have our gunfight on the docking platform. We have our sparkling secret scene, where they meet the partisans, some ISB agents. Um, it'll be like a James Bond, like classic James Bond, Baccarat or whatever game they play scene. Someone will do a hit on the partisans there. And I'm thinking about using um, there is in KOTOR there is a Sith Lord, Darth Nihilus, and Darth Nihilus has an apprentice, and the race, Visamar, and Visamar's entire race is extremely force sensitive, but they like have no eyes. Um, like they see through the force. Oh, the Miraluka. I don't know if the Miraluka are still alive at this point. So let's take a chance and look it up, and hopefully we'll see. Um, so it looks like overall the Miraluka were parts of the Rebel Alliance. What if there were some Miraluka, like Jarek from Dark Jedi, who worked for the Inquisitors? Those will be our assassins. Is a group of Miralukas, who are more like Sith assassins in the vein of like a Mara Jade. Um, these are Miraluka assassins trained by both the Imperial Inquisition and who were the guys that worshipped Darth Vader in Legends? Were they called the Nograi? Yeah, Nograi. Um, they're like little lizardy dudes who thought Vader was the bee's knees. Oh, Super Spike. How's it going? I'm all right. How you doing? I'm tired. I'm very, very tired, but otherwise I'm good. No Shaggy today, as you may have seen. Shaggy, there's actually video of him and David together in the parking lot, which is it's pretty cool. So these Miraluka, um, let's say there's some type of hive mind. Um, they operate as a Sith hive mind, we'll say, um, and there are 6 of them using vibro weapons. So I think that gives us pretty good basis there for that scene. We know who they are. I think for a lot of the Star Wars folks, that'll also be interesting because I'll be able to name drop the Nogai. Um, Also, it makes me think of a Clutch song called "Guild of Mute Assassins," which I like that song, so it fits well. Um, this may not get done, but it's at least continuing to stay on my agenda. I think let's add some sub scenes to this. I want to think of like 2 or 3 games that they can play. Um, hmm. Because we're playing digitally, it's kind of hard to do that. Plus, I like the idea of using since we're using Powered by the Apocalypse. Um, it does. It basically the video was an excuse to absence, which is pretty great. Glad you're doing. It's Sunday. I don't know what it's like where you're at, but it's overcast here. We were supposed to get really bad weather and didn't get it. Um, but it's still. Beard and I went and got coffee together this morning, and we planned on like hanging out outside for like an hour, but it was actually kind of too gross to hang out outside. So um, said we hung out in the basement, which also cool. Just you know, is what it is. I want to be outside if at all possible. So I want to think of a way to kind of integrate some type of gambling into it. But also I don't want to take away from the fact that a Power by the Apocalypse game is so heavily built around storytelling. I don't want to undercut that. So I'm not sure how I want to do that. That's a hmm. I don't. Yeah, that's a tough one. I wonder if there's an online free um free one blackjack thing that I might be able to use. But I'm gonna doubt it just because I'm sure they're gonna want your money in some way, shape, or form. I got to think about that. Oh, that is perfect. That is amazing because there was a Star Wars video game back in the day. Um, Masters of Terra Sky. There is an there's a Paris Kasai. Oh, hey, learn to spell, Ben. Paris Kasai ring where high stakes bets best. Gosh, I'm struggling. Bets are made. So that's one. That is a fantastic idea. So I'm stealing it. Well done, Super Spike. What else can we have? We'll say one of the fighters knows one of the PCs since they brought them in on a bounty, which has led to their indentured servitude as a combat participant. All right. That's spelled right? I don't know. I'm a real bad speller, especially when I'm tired. I think it's because I'm spoiled by spell check, and maybe that's one reason I try to use something like Word that does or Notepad that doesn't really have it. Ooh, pod racing. Oh, I like the speeder bike idea. Like having like an indoor track inside the space station that maybe runs inside and outside, so there's some gravity issues. Um, hmm, I like that idea as well. You're on fire this morning. Um, think of an appropriate names for these 2 things. Um, ooh, let's see. Who's an obscure Star Wars character that we can, steal a name? What if what if this race is all done with battle droids that are, like, attached to these swoops? So they're, like, built into them, rather than actually using, like, living people? Um, of separatist leaders in Star Wars. Yeah, like, we can call it, like, the Gunray, um, the Gunray Run. Um, old battle droids are attached to swoops and then race along a track that is both inside and outside the station, with obstacles, um, and bets are placed. Yeah, I think Watto is killed in the comics by Vader. I'm trying to think though of there's a name for Terrace Kai Kasai rings. Is there a name for Terrace Kai fighting in Star Wars? Yeah, I think he went back and offed Watto because Watto realized Vader was Anakin. I want to say that was in a comic. Um, I wish I was a little more rote in the comic stuff in Star Wars, but I'm not. So Terrace Kasai roughly translates to steel hand. Um, there was an old movie. I think it was called The Iron Circle. Circle of Iron. It was called Circle of Iron. It was co-written by Bruce Lee. Like, it's sad that I remember weird stuff like this. We're gonna call it the Circle of Steel, and that's where these Kuras Kasai fights take place. Um, let's do one more, and let's try to stay away from another like thing where they are betting and not participating. I would like to find a way to make it something they have to participate in. We've got two really. Oh, I wanted to keep that way, didn't I? I am foolish. Oh, not that. Um. Oh, Durasteel. That's better. I forgot that it's Durasteel. Um. Hmm. So, what is a good, easy to do mini game we can put in? This game uses two six-siders. And that's it. Is there a just a regular? I love the idea of laser stun tag. I think I want to pass on that though for this particular adventure. Like I said, I want to try to make it very James Bondish thing at this point. Um, so I wanted some type of game of chance. I wonder if there's any games that are like any gambling that just requires two six-sided dice. Are there any casino games that just use two six-sided dice? Double dice, craps. Double dice. Huh, we're gonna steal this and we'll see what we can make of it. Gotta think of a good name for it. Yeah, but there's like a way to do Sabic, and I'm not sure how to do it. What if we called this Corellian Chance? Then oh man, I'm really struggling today. Roll two six-sided dice. How about roll a 7-11? The shooter wins money from the other players. Um, since it already uses the same dice system, I think this works pretty well. And they have the dang it. Okay. Um, hmm. Yeah, if there's already a, I was looking for alliteration, but yeah, if there's already a Corellian game, I'm gonna steer clear of that. Um, chance cubes is a thing. Um, Hmm. Trying to think of if there is a I don't think there's like they've ever given us much of an idea of like if there are races that are more prone to like the gambling in Star Wars. Um, hmm. See if we can get any. Oh, what if we named it after the Chiss? I like the Chiss a lot. We could call it Famine and Fortune and explain it's an old Chiss game. But I think the Chiss, if I remember right, the Chiss are pretty like analytical in their thought process. So I'd rather not call it that. What do you guys think about the name of Fortuity? It's a dice game named Fortuity. Or Serendipity is too soft of a sound. Let's call it Fortuity. Okay, I spelled that right, but I mean, big shock. Oh, wow, I did spell it right. That's really frightening. This is an old Chiss game. Um, that has been bastardized by um, gamblers and gosh, casino owners from the mid rim out. I think that makes sense. Oh, oh, Super Spike bringing that thunder. I love it. If I get this right, I'm going to have to give you a literally a co-creators mention on every episode going forward. I feel like we're good there. I feel like we've got our three games. Um, yeah, super, super solid. I feel good about those. That's going to be probably the vast majority of that session is going to be right here. I think we try to end with this um, as like our cliffhanger. Um, and we're going to add that the ISB are working in conjunction with the Inquisitorium. So there is, and this is another character I wanted to use. Um, gosh, I can't remember his name. There, there is a Jedi character that um, Man, I wish I could remember his name. Um, who like had their own kind of partisan group on the Outer Rim. I can't remember if it was in Legends or if it was in canon or not. Who like started his own like militia and was out on the outer rim and eventually caused enough problems that Vader and the Inquisitorium, I believe, killed him. But he had like a volunteer force. Um, and again, I can't remember if that was in canon or was in Legends. I'm trying to remember dude's name because I liked the idea of like prior to Order 66, this one of the Jedi basically just said, I don't want to do this anymore with you and left and was doing like peacekeeping out on the outer rim. Um, gosh, I wish I could remember. I think it was one of those names that I had written down at one point and was like, oh, I got to remember this dude's name. Remember this character's name for when I moved to this. Let me see if I've got it in my phone. Um, because yeah, it was something where I had the idea for it and then just it went away. I'm very, very bad at that. Yeah, it's not there. Poopy buttholes. Dang it. Um, as part of the rebellion in Legends. Wars. Um, hmm. It's always tough when you start dealing with um oh Ferris Olin. Ferris Olin led the resistance group called the 11. He helped to form the rebellion as well as supply it with weapons and troops, wounded Darth Vader several times, and died fighting him to allow Leia to escape. He did leave the Jedi Order before 66, but took up their ways again. Interesting. That might be the person I'm thinking of. And if it is, co opt that for our game. Um, which would be super cool. No, it wasn't Quin. I don't. What happened to Quinlan Voss after Order 66? Did he die? Bum, bum. I think we're going to use our old boy here, Ferris Olin. Um, they are attempting to draw out Ferris Olin, who is rumored to be there to meet with the partisan representatives. Um, I'm not sure we'll have actually Olin be there. That's something to kind of contemplate. So apparently Olin left the Jedi Order because he felt guilty over the inadvertent death of a fellow Padawan. Um, that's interesting. I think Ferris Olin is going to become a player in our Star Wars stuff. Um, Kind of looks all Han Solo. If Han Solo had like more modern haircut, I guess. Um, hmm. Yeah, he survived Order 66, but it sounds like Vader killed him later. That they had a throwdown, and Olin they've after Olin had gotten away a few times and had injured Vader. Vader finally killed him. Um, I like that. I like that. I think we're going to go with that. All right, I think we're good, huh? That'll be our closer. And maybe our closer will be like them squaring off with um these Miraluka, and like things are starting to go bad, and we can have Olin like as one of the dudes in the hallway, and just his lightsaber turns on, and then we can have our selves an interaction with Ferris Olin. Um, have Olin show up at the end of the episode by igniting his lightsaber in a dramatic fashion. That'll be our cliffhanger, maybe. Um, yeah, at least Olin didn't kill any younglings, I guess. Mass murder a bunch of children. Um, this is kind of our end game for the series, I think. Um, Secrets and clues. Um, the ISB slash agents of the Inquisitorium are looking for former Jedi. Man, oh, spelling is hard. Ferris Olin, who has been eluding them and is rumored to be on the station. All right. Um, that one we can move up here, I think. All right, I think we're good there. So we got to think of yes, lightsaber ignitions are always good. Um, this can get moved up here. Don't need this on this one. Um, we can keep all that. So we just need to add these dudes, and Ferris Olin, and I think we're good. What do we call our little clique of Sith assassins? What's a good name? Do we just want to call them the Hand? I don't know. That's a oh, nice, interesting. I like that spike. That's a good point. Names of Sith groups. Hmm. Hmm. I like the Faithful as a name. We're just gonna go with the Faithful. We'll treat them more like um, almost like Sith cultists. And then we have our boy, our good Jedi boy, um, Ferris Olin. In our list of folks, former Jedi, now leader of the 11, who are a rebel group on the. Um, oh, I do love some Zatoichi. Those flicks are so good. See, I was thinking about like some type of like variation on the Hand because I also very much enjoy the Hand ninjas from Marvel continuity. Like the Hand as a cult in general, I think is a cool idea. But I think the Faithful is a much more interesting name, so we're gonna roll with that. Um, like that's a solid. We're good. Um, but Faithful, um, Bounty Hunter, they know. ISP agents down, and security droids are their current biggest risks. Oh, yeah, true. Vader's Fist is a good thing. And I'm not just calling the members of the Inquisitorium, but again, that sounds very Warhammer 40K ish. And it's not that I don't like Warhammer 40K, I just like I'm kind of indifferent to it overall. So let's save this bad boy. Because I think we're recording next Friday. I don't remember for sure, because that would require me to have my faculties. I most certainly do not. Oh, Trisave, you did. Good for you. All right. So I think we're good there. Oh, man, look at the time. Man, chat, Super Spike, doing work. Straight up doing work. drop this in here so we have it in our wonderful Dropbox where I put all my things. Spike, are you currently playing anything? You currently playing in any games? And if so, are you running any games and has anything we've worked on been beneficial? So I'd also like to, since you're here and are always so helpful, like ridiculously so. Let's Spike, if you got dice handy, let's knock out one quick NPC in our next 10 minutes. Let's see if we can speed knock out an NPC for D&D. So if you have some dice, roll me that sweet, sweet 20-sided action. Oh, really? Just us, huh? We're going to have to get you involved in an online game. Too many good ideas not to get you in a game. Um, 11 goblinoid. A goblinoid. We could go one of three goblinoids. We could go with a regular goblin, hobgoblin, or a bugbear, since they all fall under that strange umbrella, where they're not even really related by race. They're more related because they're all under one god's pantheon, who they now are all goblinoids. Um, give me another D20 roll. Let's think of a worldview here. You come up with ideas. It's shocking how many ideas you can come up with. People will say that sometimes. Once they get rolling in a game like this or any RPG, they end up coming up with the coolest ideas. Give me another 20 there. 8. They're opportunistic. Ooh. All right. I like it. I like it. Give me another D20 roll. Actually, give me 2. Let's see if we can find 16, which is snorts often. Do you have give me another quick one. 13. We're at spits a lot. Give me a different one, which is easy for me to say since you're using Google Rule, which is not always the quickest. Funny. Ooh. Half shaved head. That is tremendous. All right, one more so we can figure out this person's job. Seven. Ooh, they're a guide. All right, I'm totally into this. We need to think of a name. I mean, I can pull up the name thing over here. Let me see if I can bump this inside. There we go. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of bugbear, and the reason I'm thinking of bugbear is because bugbears are so when you've got your goblinoids, your little goblins are little dudes. They are stereotypically seen as kind of greedy and kind of underhandedly vicious. Your hobgoblins are seen as more militaristic, almost with a feudal Japan aesthetic. And sometimes people will lean hard into the more kind of honor bound system. And bugbears are generally seen as lazy, sneaky, big, and strong. They just sometimes just can't be bothered to do a bunch of murdering because they want to lay down and rest. Because and they also are very intimidating. Um, they also kind of look Wookiee-ish in some ways. So I think that fits. I think that fits exactly. Um, where do you? I love bugbears. Um, um, oh, there we go. There's the name. Who would do our lazy voice? How about lazy is their voice in common? Is their name in common? But if you actually speak goblinoid, it doesn't sound like that. It's just that's what a human associate dubbed them um, as a different name in goblin. This is their name in common. All right, so who should be doing this voice? So this is a character I would look at as actually being a, if we were doing a movie, this character would have to be probably CGI or heavily makeup. So who would do a good bugbear voice, an interesting voice? Um, oh my God, I'm in. I'm in. You got me. You had me at Jump Street there. Holy crap! This entire page is this makes me happy on so many levels. All right, so we're gonna stop there, but there is our building block for our next time we get together and work on this. So we got some prep done, which is amazing. We talked a little bit about the ongoing DNO game, which is this Monday, 7 p.m. Central. Um, Again, I've got to figure out some hard decisions for the players as they're starting to get split up again. But I want to, they're in a situation where the cost should be high. Um, and then I don't know if I have a guest next Sunday or not. But in the meantime, I also have Pata Games on Thursday with. I think we might play Stone Shard again since I showed that I'm real bad at that. Um, I've been playing a little bit off stream to kind of boost myself up, but we'll see what happens. Otherwise, for myself, for Beard, for Diamond Dave, for our absent class member Shaggy, but most importantly for our present class member Super Spike. This is your King Ginger, and I hope you have a wonderful, imaginative rest of your weekend, and that your upcoming week doesn't suck. So I'll see the bees. Yeah, no bees. I'll catch you all hopefully on Monday. If not, then sometime next week. Thanks. Super Spike, you're the best. I'm gonna find a way to. Maybe we'll have to do a streamers short game of some type. Hell, maybe we're making characters that'll inhabit the streamers game, and I'll have to convince you and Shaggy and maybe a few other people, and we'll play a streamers a chat campaign. 'Cause I think that would be brilliant, and it hopefully would be a good way for me to say thank you for all the awesome work you guys pour into the chats and the streams. So, as always, thank you. Have a good one, and I'll catch you in like soon. All right. Bye.